They have a chance to keep Zion. It's already rumored that Zion's tired of the Pelicans and how they're, you know, not winning games. And as an NBA fan, uh, I am, and I'm sure you are, personally tired of not seeing Zion in the playoffs. It's only been 2 seasons. So, Pelicans have two course of action here. You can stick with BI and re-sign Lonzo and continue to be the eighth or the seventh seed and then get bounced in the first round and then lose Zion in a couple years. Or you can grow a pair and trade probably BI and maybe Lonzo to Portland and get Dame. If you're trying to win, if you're trying to keep Zion, you pick up that phone and you call Portland and you say, hey, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to offer. What do you think? It's going to be probably the best, if not one of the best deals that Portland's would get. Theoretically, again, if Dame decides he wants out, right, it will be probably the best deal they get. I mean, look at other offers around the league. You know, Philly's going to give him Ben Simmons, maybe Maxey. I take BI over that. Boston, Jalen Brown. I take BI over that. Uh, Miami. I mean, they're not going to trade Bam. It's already said that Bam is literally untouchable, and that's coming from the top down in the Heat organization. So you're not going to get Bam. So the Heat are going to offer you what? Kendrick Nunn and Tyler Hero? Yeah, that's no. I've heard the Warriors getting Wiggins, Wiseman. No, like I think Brandon Ingram would be the best deal for the Blazers. And if you're the Pelicans, and if you're trying to win, and if you want to keep Zion, this is what you do, right? Again, you can do two things. You can either continue to run it back with Zion and Lonzo for the next 2 years and get bounced in the first round and then have to trade Zion or watch him leave, or you can make shit happen. I would love to see Zion in the playoffs, and I would love to see Zion paired with Dame. I think the Pelicans would do it. I don't know. I mean, a couple years ago, they made that big deal for Boogie. You know, they swung and missed with it. So are they going to be a little gun shy on doing something like that again? I mean, they lost 80 anyway. But I think for someone like Zion, you take that shot. I mean, what's the worst that happens? It doesn't work out, and Zion's gone anyway. You know, like yeah, you lose out on Brandon Ingram, but I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? Like he's whatever. Let's go down the path of keeping this core together and just keep going until Zion leaves, and then you're stuck with Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball. Good job, congrats, fantastic, right? Or you trade for Dame, and it either works out and Zion stays, or it doesn't work out and you have two really good trade pieces. You know, like it seems like something that's just logical. I know that New Orleans could have a very good fan base. I mean, look at the Saints. I know it's different football to basketball, but like there's no reason why like sports teams can be successful and make money in New Orleans. And like keeping Zion and bringing in somebody else's biggest Dame. Like think of the jersey sales, think of the ticket sales. People are gonna go to want to watch Zion and Dame. The only like issue I could see with this is like, is that really a better situation for Dame? I truly believe Dame loves Portland. I really do. And I think in his mind, ideal scenario, Portland fixes it, brings in a star, and he wins in Portland. Is New Orleans really a better situation for Dame? Well, you could say maybe he wants to play with Zion, and that would be intriguing. I'm sure he'd be intrigued by that. Zion's the biggest young star in the NBA, name wise, I guess. Like Luka's up there too, but I mean, has there been anybody bigger coming out of college since you know ever? Like Zion is Zion. Why wouldn't you want to go play with him? I mean, by the time Zion can leave on his own a couple years from now, Dame will be 33. Which isn't old. It's not old. It's older for a player, but it's not old. They pair up then. Like, why wait a couple years? All I'm saying is I'm New Orleans, picking up the phone, and I'm shooting every shot I can to keep Zion in New Orleans. I've heard rumors of like New Orleans being like one of the prime chances for relocation. And if you don't want that to happen, then these are the kind of moves that you make to keep your team in New Orleans, to keep your stars in New Orleans, and to win in New Orleans. And let's kind of dive into it a little bit more. Right? Let's say they make this trade and BI is gone and throw in Lonzo too, because Lonzo. Like, do you give them much else? It maybe a draft pick, but then what's left? Right? So let's look at New Orleans after that trade. You'll have Steven Adams, Eric Bledsoe. Are going to be two highest paid players after that, both making around $20 million. Neither of them very good. Um, Adams is definitely the better of the two. He's probably the one that you'd keep if you keep one of them. But he's also probably the one that has the most trade value. Like, are they going to be able to get rid of Bledsoe? Maybe not. But like, what if we, I don't know, throw in a few more picks and then have the Blazers take on Bledsoe's contract and free up $20 million? Listen, that gives the Pelicans salary space, right? So let's say Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Eric Bledsoe, and draft picks for Dame, and then you go out and you sign a free agent. That frees up enough cap space for you to almost max out a guy. So who do we bring in? Right? DeRozan, Lowry, Chris Paul, maybe. Like, I don't know. I don't know if you could convince Kawhi to come to New Orleans if he ends up leaving. But imagine that for a second. Kawhi, Zion, and Dame. You have like Zion is still on his rookie contract. He's gonna make $10 million next year and $13 million a year after. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay him, but you got 2 years. Take advantage of Zion's cheaper contract. 2 years. If I'm New Orleans, I make this trade and then I go sign DeRozan. Yeah, I can't play defense, but man, you're not gonna outscore me. They have some younger players there too. Honestly, Kira Lewis is pretty solid. I like Jackson Hayes a lot. Walker's pretty solid. Bring back Josh Hart. Like, New Orleans would be an instant contender pretty quickly. I like that trade, and it's like a Portland side of it. You get Brandon Ingram, a great player to start building around. So I think that honestly works for everybody. I haven't heard much about New Orleans. I don't know if they would make this trade, but man, I would love to see it. I really would. I really would. All right, man, that's about all I got here. Let me know what you think. Do you like it, Pelicans fans? What about you, Blazer fans? You want Bi? What about NBA fans? Man, you guys want to see Dame and Zion together? I sure as shit do. Yeah, that's about all I got.